Let's see. Let's go to our caller from the 312 area code. Who's calling today from 312?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, this is Hugh from Illinois.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, I have the subject I want to bring up is about Greta Thunberg.
Okay.
She just won the Person of the Year for Time right now.
Right.
And the questions I have is like a two-parter. I don't know if it was inspired by Trump or I don't know, whatever else, but the way that she's been treated in the internet is kind of just worrisome of how people just talk about this girl.
Yeah.
And I just the first question is, why do you think people treat her that way? And the second question is, why did Time make her Person of the Year?
So let's
Why do
deal
you
with the
think?
second part first. My sense, I'm not saying she didn't deserve it or she did deserve it. I think the whole concept of person of the year on a planet with 7 billion people is a dubious concept anyway, but let's ignore that for a second. I've always perceived that Time has a sense of humor or a sense of satire or a sense of trolling when they do person of the year. So part of me does suggest, Trump has made a huge deal out of he's lied about the number of times he's been on the cover of Time, for example. I kind of get the sense that there's a little bit of a let's trigger Trump element of selecting Greta Thunberg as Person of the Year. We every year there are probably millions of people that argue, or certainly tens of thousands that would be a strong contender for Person of the Year. Many of which we'll never hear about because we have a country of, a planet of 200 countries and 7 billion people, getting closer and closer to 8 billion people. Now, as far as the treatment of Greta online, it's absolutely disgusting. I mean, you're talking here about, first of all, you're talking about a kid. Now, you can say, well, it's a kid, but she's choosing to be in the public eye and she's doing things to get attention. And therefore, there is going to be reaction. And the reaction, people are allowed to evaluate what she's doing. Sure. Evaluate what she's doing on the facts, evaluate, the merits of what she's trying to do. But, making fun of her for being autistic, either implicitly or explicitly, is a big theme that I see online. And it's absolutely disgusting. Ridiculing her demeanor, we're talking about someone who, even if you don't agree with her about the facts about the ice caps, right? We are talking about someone who has the best intentions and is a kid in the end. And it is disgusting what you see happening online about her.
Yeah, and I see a lot of a big subject that everybody brings up whenever they try to trash on her is that it's her parents that like pay everything and just use her as a poster child for the whole movement,
Well, who's going to
and
pay? She's a kid. Most kids
she's
don't
just a
have their own
puppet.
money.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just, do you think that's justifiable? That like, if her parents really coerce her into being this symbol for climate change, or
I mean,
is
listen,
it, or
coerced. I don't know what that means. There's no question. My politics and my interests have been heavily influenced by those of my parents. Did they coerce me? No. Did they encourage me to do things I showed an interest in? Of course. The idea that Greta Thunberg is essentially a slave held hostage by her parents to do climate activism seems laughable. There's no question that she got into this because of her parents. That's sort of how life works if you're connected to your parents and they're raising you in a home where you talk and are involved with each other. Again, it's just people are really looking, people are very triggered by her, and they start doing things that make very little sense.
yeah, yeah, that's all. Thanks for the answer. That I Yeah, I don't know. It just has me worried sometimes. So I need some kind of voice of reason.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate the phone call very much. Let's take a quick break. If you're holding, don't hang up because we are going right back to the phones after this very, very short break.